Hey guys, look at me, I'm a Chrome gang, DVD. But how's it going? Yeah, welcome back to more Pokemon Platinum is the Nerd. In the last episode, I almost said that we got here to Pastoria City, which we did. But in the last episode, we took on Iron Island, we got ourselves an egg, which, gonna have to say, I may hatch that in a later time. Oh god, I've had to sneeze, that's gonna be a record. But, hopefully I don't within this sentence. But in this episode, well, we also figured out what Team Galactic was up to. But in this episode, we are going to be heading over to, should use my bike, A Select. I had to make sure about that. This episode, we're going to be heading over to where that area was. And hooray, I didn't sneeze. That's awesome. Now, if you guys remember, Professor Rowan told us that we needed to go to Lake Accuracy, which is nearby Pastoria and Veilstone. No, not really. Valor, not like Accuracy. Like Valor. It's a lake. We all get it. So here's the entrance we need to go to. Now, you'll notice something completely different. Let's go on foot in here. And this guy's none of our business, right? At least. Okay, he's not about it. Haha, next stop, Lake Verity. The closest civilization is that hick town called Twinleaf. We could roll in there completely unopposed. And if you noticed, Magikarp's in here now. Here's two different thoughts of it. Emerald Crow just be like, oh no, the Magikarps are gonna die. While I think, I'm eating good tonight. A Magikarp is waking flopping about. Quick, grab it, cook it, and make it sushi. They're weak, but I bet they taste good. And here's our first Galactic member. Oh, that was actually good timing. I wanted him to notice me, actually. Would you like to join the Magikarp and flop around in the mud? Ew, no. Why would I flop around in the mud? That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting. I'm sorry I called you a dude, but you kind of look like a dude. So not really much here, you know, except for flopping Magikarps. And why am I even talking when I have nothing to say? I guess it's too late to cut it out now, but I guess I'll show off her next Pokemon. So she has a Glamia, which I'm surprised with. Oh, Captivate! This is what I need to tell you guys about. Captivate, if the Pokemon is the opposite gender of yours, it will lower the special attack. Kinda pointless for Leafeon, because Leafeon's more of a physical attacker, as you all may know. But for someone like, let's say Lucario, or no, not Lucario, who's special? Like, for example, Mumble. Mumble's a perfect example. Like, Mumble, he is mainly a special attacker. If that Captivate had hit him, he would have not been able to kill that Purloin. I mean, not Purloin, Glameow. Purloin is not a normal type. Okay, Nightshade, that is not gonna do. Well, yeah, it is gonna do that. Never mind. I think the power, or it reduces the HP of the opponent to subtracts it by the level it's at. Like, Murkrow's at level 35, so that would make more sense. Wait, well, 35, yeah, so it makes more sense for it to be in, I mean, yeah, like a level 93. Wow, Stubborn Munch, I thought so. So is there anything around here? Oh my gosh, there's a flock of Magikarps. Even Team Galactic is no use for Magikarp. Worthless, all of them. Hey, buddy, I disagree. They make good sushi. Okay, so we're done here. I wanted the European version is slow. No. I'm done making those European version jokes. So, what do we need to do? Okay, we gotta face that guy, unless he turns around that way, which is not good. Oh, God! Or he can actually see me from right there. Either way, it's legit. Is Altari level 38? If Altari is now level 38, I'll be happy to raise him to level 38. Let me check really quickly, because I think this guy's only Pokemon is Golbat. Great, just great. What level's up? Okay, Fun's level 38, that's what I thought, because I was going to say, if he's at level 37, I don't mind raising him to level 38. I wanted to at least get to level 40 before we get to the 7th gym leader. I think it's a little bit far ahead from here, but not really too far. And I'm surprised how much that return did. I mean, it could have done a little bit more, but I think Leafeon is his full friendship. So I guess that would explain why I didn't do quite that much. Oh, okay, I thought the sky was going to get another level. for the uhs, I think I improved constantly on the uhs, and not like President Obama, you know, with all his constant uhs. What president says a lot? I don't want to know the answer. I think we already all know the answer to that. And if you don't, well, you're smart, first off, because I was trying to be a funny guy. Are you President of Metals? No, you're the guy, the person. What do you want? We're investigating an explosion. Bah! It doesn't matter who you are. It's too late to make any difference. Things are getting really interesting now. All the legendary Pokemon are going to be brought over to our HQ in Veilstone. So, do we have to go over there after this? Because I wanted to go to Snowpoint Temple. Not Snow... Yeah, that's our next city, actually, Snowpoint City. But I highly doubt we'll be able to get over there in the next couple of episodes. Okay, who's this guy over here? The mission is proceeding without a hitch. The boss should be pleased. Everything is for everyone, and for the good of Team Galactic. I recognize your face. You're the child who raided a Team Galactic rebellion in Eterna. Jupiter should be ashamed of herself, being beaten by a child. But anything and anyone that opposes Team Galactic must be crushed. Even they are the toughest Okay, let me read that again. Even if they thought of opposition will not be tolerated. Anyway, battle. Is this guy? No, it's not Jupiter. It has me Venus, I believe. Oh, Saturn. I was close. It had rings. Speaking of rings, this guy starts out with the Golbat. Now, I don't have to move sets because I don't think this is an important one. But let's go ahead and Dragon Breath. I applaud your stupidity. Just like I applaud my computer every time. I applaud your stupidity even more. I'm not really mad, but watch. I'm gonna get, like, really rageous if this continues. Okay, good. At least it hit. So I may have to settle for Lava Cookie if it hits itself. I was gonna say, if it hits twice in a row, I'm gonna settle for Lava Cookie because this makes no sense. Dragon Breath. Oh, nice. Snapped out the confusion. Alrighty, never mind then. I think we're pretty good with this, even though we're, like, really kind of underleveled. But that's okay. Being underleveled is half the fun. It really is, like... You learn from your mistakes if you're underleveled. You try to look at it as like, wait, I just realized the Golbat's a female! How did I not know that to begin with? Wow, I clearly am... my hair is partially blonde, so I do have blondie moments. I apologize for that. 13,092. That's not too much. Bronzor, Fun should be okay with just using a lot of flamethrowers. And I bet his next Pokemon is gonna be like level 40. But I think he has Toxicroak because I don't listen. Mars is per ugly unless it's Jupiter, and then I believe Jupiter has Skunk Tank. So, wow, you were going for Rock Tomb and you missed. That's great. I'm applauding your smartness for this part, segment 1 of this episode. Applause for everything. I should have applauded the Magikarp. We'll applaud the flopping Magikarp right now. Whew. So, this is actually pretty good. Oh god, Toxic. Yeah, Toxicroak. Do I have any good Pokemon? Toxicroak. Let's go. Mine is Earthquake, actually, so... This should be really interesting to see, but I think it's Toxicroak's a female, if I remember correctly. That makes no sense. Isn't he like a... Isn't Saturn like a guy? You'd think he'd have like... Oh, I thought it was my Toxicroak that was slower. I was like, no, wait, why did he go for Earthquake? He's copying me! But he wasn't copying me. Wow, he left that. That's surprising. And Citrus Berry, of course. Unless it was a Potato Berry, which I highly doubt. Mud Bomb? Really? You're going to use a move that is not as accurate? Okay, that makes it easier for me then. I just whooped your butt with a level 38 Toxicroak. How does that make you feel? You should be ashamed. You should cry to your mommy right now. You should just quit Team Galactic and cry to your mommy. Because I destroyed you completely. Oh wow. Fellow Hunters are now almost at level 38. That's kind of surprising. Even I, Commander, only managed to buy this time. But that's fine. A child like you will never be able to stem the flow of time. Team Galactic will get the 3 legendary Pokemon at the lakes. With their power, we will create an entirely new universe. By now, Mars should have captured the Pokemon in Lake Verity. So, I believe we need to head over to Lake Verity, either that... Are they still there? Well, I'm still there. Actually, that'd be a good idea to just battle it. I'm punishing in the place of our boss, the Divine Team Galactic. Yeah, let me be right back. God, so much for having, like... The hell? I thought I heard a car for a moment. That's why I was looking over ever so majestically. But I believe we are done here. Can I fly over there? That'd be a lot quicker. But I believe we either have to go to A, Veilstone City, to go back to that, or B, I think we have to go back to Twinleaf Town. So here I come, Mommy! I come back for your sandwiches that... the Lost Silver Guy's mom never made. Speaking of which, hope you guys actually enjoyed that special. I was normally gonna do Slender, but I figured it, number one, I don't know, it's kind of, in some ways, you're right, aren't you? After all, you're never alone. Okay, I thought she was gonna heal me again. I'm like, well, what? Mom, you can't do that. Well, Cylinder, I don't know. I guess I really didn't have enough time to actually just download it, and I figured, that game might be a little bit better for me to just do in general, so I'm not sure. If it turns out I had to go back to Veilstone City, then that's gonna suck for me, obviously. Because otherwise it's so much time. Speaking of Lost Sapphire, I wonder if they're gonna do like a Lost Sapphire or a Lost Ruby. That'd be really cool. I would actually like to play that for the first time. Maybe do that as my second Halloween special. Sorry, I got itchy back. Oh, we are supposed to go here. Oh, Blake, what timing? Those Team Galactic scoundrels, again, words that can barely pronounce, are after the legendary Pokemon. You've got to help Dawn. Okay, so I'm assuming this is a double battle. Oh god, and we already got double battles off the back here. Look at this. I could have done single battle, but double battles are more fun when you know what you're doing. Which I should have swapped either Rotom or... I mean, not in Toxicroak. Altaria or Rotom. I think I didn't say Toxicroak. I love correcting myself sometimes. Oh god, this Croakon's level 37. That's kind of surprising, actually. Oh yeah, that's right. Fellow Hunter has dry skin, doesn't it? I completely, honestly, almost forgot about that. So that's a really cool thing, actually. Alrighty, I didn't prepare for one of them, but I did prepare for the other. That's really cool, actually. Fellow Hunter 250. That's not even enough. I am so right. I am so smart. We're just gonna do it exactly. Oh, it's gonna kill it. What am I talking? What? How to live with? Is that 1 HP it lived by? That's a new record, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna suck a bunch of Croagunk. What? It decided not to use a move. Are you kidding me? Okay. Be cheap, I see. Let me guess, it's gonna use like Flatter or something like that. It probably doesn't get Flatter until like later on. At least that's what I'm thinking. Okay, there we go. Foul Hunter's now level 39, but he's probably gonna get a few more experience. So why not? And you're gonna Swagger. Okay. Plan number 2, we're gonna use Rock Tomb. This is obviously getting a little bit annoying here. Or wait, he has another Pokemon, so I think I have a plan for this last one right here. Status healers, I have plenty of lava cookies. I still have the old Gatal, I have perseverance, but I'm going to use the lava cookie. I'm going to use it on Mumble so that we can snap out of confusion a little bit quicker. Okay, got up to status troubles. Murkrow, you swing attack. That's probably going to kill, I'm not sure. Wait, it's level 36. It's probably not going to do a lot. Aha! So here, that's really good prediction right there. Dry skin always helps. Take my advice, kids. Always use dry skin Toxicroak for your pleasurable problems. There we go, the Croakunk's finally dead, even though it wasn't really a problem to begin with. The only problem was Swagger and it surprisingly using Mud Bomb. And of course the phone! Burp! So sorry about that. I never even bothered to actually find out who it was. I just let it hang. I mean, I just let it ring. Of course, I'm the stupid guy. Anyways, got another double battle here. Pretty sure it's gonna be the same one. Except Empoleon and Leafeon, I checked them, and they're both pretty close to level 39, so that means the only one that's going to need the training a lot is definitely Bronzong, because as you all may remember, Bronzong to the wild actually gets to level 38. I guess that's one of the problems when using Bronzong, is you get less benefits for using moves, so it'll be a good idea. And you know what? I guess I can have to use Surf. That's sad. I do not want to use Surf in front of Sky, but then again, Sky is a grass type, so it shouldn't even matter too much. And I'm surprised I'm faster. Then again, I'm level 38, so no problems. Oh god! Oh my god! No wonder it did a lot. It's a crit. Dude, no crit at this time. Oh, please just don't. Don't do that again. I may have to heal, actually. Depends on what Pokemon comes out. I'm not sure. 295 and 295. Okay. 414. Oh, these guys are actually at level 39 already. Kind of surprising, actually. Whirlpool. That's a stupid move. At least at this point. Whirlpool can act. It's kind of like Wrap and I don't know. It's another variation of Wrap, where the Pokemon can be trapped in for 2 to 5 turns. It's really good towards like Pokemon like maybe Ekans and Arbok in earlier stages, but having Whirlpool this late, it's not really the best option. So I'm gonna Flash Cannon this Glameow and Leafeon, you shall use Return, and you shall hit, and you shall kill. Otherwise, you shall be men's meat. I'm kidding. I would not make you men's meat because I don't think any men are vegetarians in the Pokemon world. He's going for Empoleon. Nice. Okay, I wanted him to go for Empoleon to begin with. So I believe after this, I think we have to really head back to Veilstone, which I can just heal over there. Luckily, I healed with Mom first. Otherwise, we would be in the big no-no area. That sounded a little bit childish. But what child watches me? Who here is 5 to 6 years old? Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, just watch people spam like who are like 13 and older going, I want you in a little kid voice. Sorry about that. I have an itchy backhead, so at this point everybody should be level 39, and then I'll get to work on training some to level 40, like whoever needs it. That face! It brings back memories. I'm talking about in the Windworks. I got a whole lot of trouble for that little incident. What's with your look on your face? You do remember me, don't you? Fine, whatever. I'll tell you who I am again. I am Mars, one of Team Galactic's commanders. So what is it? Are you some lovey-dovey couple to the rescue? Ew! Wait, yeah, actually Dawn's kinda cute. But she won't be the girl in black and white. Not a chance. Not even a teeny one. You're all going down. I don't think this is a double battle, so her Pokemon here has constantly improved from the last one. I think she still has that run. Wait, no, she has a Golbat. But pretty sure she still has that. No, wait. She never even had a Bronzor to begin with, didn't she? That's what I thought. I'm just gonna Stealth Rock. And of course you're gonna use Supersonic. What bad doesn't Supersonic the opponent first and forces them to hurt themselves in the very beginning? Oh, never mind. However, I'm going to have to rely on using a Lava Cookie at this point because I'm not really relying on Bronzong too much to hurt itself. Especially right now. So you guys are getting 2 epic boss battles for the price of 1 episode. Wow, it's gonna use Bite, really? Knowing that my Pokemon is the highest defense. Okay, good. You missed. And I didn't miss. Good. Alrighty. So we should have no problemos now. The only thing I'm really need to worry about is how much Gyro Ball is going to do. Now, let me just test it out. Let me test out that theory. Because if Gyro Ball doesn't do that much, I can easily replace it with Psychic. I think I have enough coins for that, actually. Gyro Ball did a decent amount. I think I'm just going to go straight to Payback because Payback is actually doing a little bit more. Yeah, Gyro Ball is going to be like a wouldn't necessarily need to rely on sort of move. And wake up. No, it's still fast asleep, which is nice. so if it lives with payback, then I'm pretty sure it's enough for me to get a gyro ball off. Let me see. It looks like it could be enough to get a gyro ball off. Let me see. Wow, I'm surprised this Golbat is actually fast asleep for how many turns now? That's actually kind of surprising. Okay, so this Golbat's dead now. Dead bat. Silly bat. This is what happens when you use confusion. Okay, you can have a Bronzor. Who is capable of taking this guy out? Pulseman, he has not gained some popularity yet in this episode. Let's give him a moment to shine, and I know one overheat is going to kill it. So, should I... Wait, I do have the Magnet Thunderbolt, so that might be able to actually take it out. I don't want to use overheat quite yet. I mean, I have used it once, and I think that was during the gym, I'm not completely sure. But I am going to save that yet again for... Wow, not even if it was, not even with Magnet. It doesn't do a lot. Then again, well, Rotom has some high special attacks, so Bronzor has been trained from some special defense, like the game might have programmed it to make it high on special defense for some reason. And of course, for Ugly, that's why I have a Bronzor to begin with. Actually, Rotom would be nice, but I don't want Rotom to be at level 40 quite yet. I'm probably going to save that for the Galactic building if we have to go over there. And if you hear some extra voices, that is my mom talking to the attorney, I believe. It's either her attorney. We're still having issues with the family right now. Like my aunt, in case you didn't hear the story, my aunt is, well, she's not taking the family, and well, she's not permanently. Well, she is taking my grandma away, but she's forcing her, I guess, to forget the rest of the family, which is not that great if you ask me. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have issues like that, but I don't know. I just don't like it at all. How much is a gyro ball going to do? I mean, yes, I'm decent in speed. Like, how much is that gonna do? Wow, okay, that did a lot more than with the Golbat. That's kind of surprising, actually. I don't know, maybe... yeah, I may have to restore a gyro ball soon. Oh, wow. Of course, Citrus Berry. In the nick of time, a gyro ball comes in to save the day. Unless it wakes up and uses an attack. Cool, uses Feint Attack. Now, baby, I was gonna do more. Ha! You actually helped me for this one. Although, gosh, it's almost pretty close to half HP, so I'm not sure how much this is going to do. Wow, not even with that much. You hit with Hypnosis as soon as you wake up and use a freaking Feint Attack. What? Are you Chuck Norris or something? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris can only hypnotize people once he wakes up. Because Chuck Norris is more powerful than your cat. In fact, his cat is more powerful than this cat. If he has a cat. I don't know if he's trying to beat Chuck Norris's cat. Okay, thank God. This Fergly, yeah, one of the reasons Fergly is annoying. Hypnosis, Fake Out. I swear, it's a living nightmare if you come near one of those. What tier is it at? I think it's underused, or is it NU in Smogon tiers? Pretty sure it's NU. But, well, I guess this is a legit reason why. So first the Winrix, and now Lake Verity. That I owe you for. This shouldn't be happening to Team Galactic's commander. Calm down, Nurse. I've done my part in all this. My mission was to transport the lake's Pokemon to our HQ. That's right, I've accomplished my mission without a problem. Team, we're pulling out. The boss is waiting at the HQ, so now we have to take on the HQ, which I think I might get a head start on this episode so that way... Oh, Mesprit, she's talking about Mesprit. But we'll get into details about that later. Being of emotion, yeah, she basically spoils on the Pokemon, so I'm not going to read all of it. You can look forward to what plans Team Galactic has for them. But before we head over to the HQ... Oh, come on! More dialogue. I see. This has also occurred at Lake Valor. After the legendary Pokemon is taken away by Team Galactic, both of you went up against the full-fledged criminals. In fact, you're unharmed is reason enough to celebrate. But what about Barry? What is happening at Lake Accuracy? Is Barry safe? Do we have to go over to the HQ or not? But I am going to actually spray Super Repel. Because while we're here... Oh, I already have it on there. Never mind! I'm going to go to my repels. I can use the rotator, but you guys know how much I suck at that. And surfing across here, not sure if the cave is there or not. I'm pretty sure it isn't. So I'm gonna, it is there! Okay. Well, let's, yeah, we'll be heading over there later. I don't know. I'm probably gonna use that. No, that's probably a bad idea. But I believe there's grass in here somewhere. It's on this side, I believe. Either that, or I think they completely blocked the grass from us, which they didn't. Cool. And I believe there is an item around here somewhere. But in this grass, you can find Staravias, bee barrels, cricketons, you know, all those people. Ooh, TN38 Fire Blast. Wait, Altaria has Flamethrower, but I don't know. I may upgrade that. Not sure. But I think that's the item we could get here. And I believe Thunder can be... I'm not completely sure. But let me see if we have to go to either to the headquarters or if I have to start making my way... Wait. I don't think I need to, actually. But let me double check because I'm not completely sure. Because, again, I have not played the main story in pretty much forever. So, do we have to go to the headquarters soon or do we have to wait? I think we have to wait, actually. Get my bicycle out. This will be a lot easier to ride. I'm tempted to press the tab button because of how slow it is, but I shouldn't. Now do we have to go over here, or is this a negative? Like, is it still locked? Definitely a negative. So, looks like we do have to start on our journey over to the other side, which I may partially take on. So, what we need to do is... I need to get my slave out at the same time, which is going to be fantastic. Not that I wanted to do that. I mean, seriously. So, and plus, we're not going to be near our PC for a while, so one of our Pokemon is not going to be able to do a lot in this episode. And by that I mean, I may have to train him off screen, like, once we reach our destination, which I may start on in the next episode. So, speaking of which, I'm posting everything, so, again, no co-commentators. I haven't had co-commentators in a while, but that's because the schedule with me has been completely crazy. I just noticed it's a Jolly Nature. That's really cool. So, awesome. I do want Altaria, though, but who's the least reliable? Sky, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go. I will train you later in the area, which will be a little bit more difficult. But while I'm here, I guess I'll get a head start on that. So, I'll just get on my bicycle. We'll just... Oh, wait, that's the start button. This is Y, or the X button at this point. There's no start button. Oh, wait. Why am I almost so slow? Okay, that's almost better. I'm going slow yet again. Alright, this is the speed, I believe. I talked to you already. I talked to the ninja. Actually, I could use the Versus Seeker to actually regain some battles, so I don't have to do a lot. Luckily, we weren't in the grass. Okay, there were no rebels. That's right. So, what we need to do is push this bull over here. I can actually just turn around, which I did, luckily, before I said that. Did I heal? I think I forgot to heal. That's great. That's fantastic. Let me do that really quick. Okie dokie, so I'm back here with a fully healed team, and what we need to do is just push this bullet all the way, I believe up front. Now, you can just rock smash your way in order to get to the other side, in case you decided to go from the Eterna City side, which, I mean, from Eterna City over to here, which would make no sense why you would do that, when you could just easily come over here from Celestic Town and make your way, but I believe there's an item here if we do that. Yes, a rare candy, so that actually might help us out with training Leafeon once we're done with this area. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. But this rock here, right here is just it's kind of a pointless rock, to be completely honest. But there's also another place. I don't know, I kind of wish they would have invented, like, the continuous repel spray, like, you know, you don't have to really use a lot. And in here we have foggy area. Yes, this lovely piece of scenery right here we call fog is back in here, and here you can find an Ultra Ball. Now I believe this is where you can also find another one of those Ks that if you guys remember, I mentioned the Ks in here. I should have brought Charpap, but then again, Charpap isn't really much of use nowadays. That's just a pointless rock. Let's see, is there anything around here? Yes! There is something around here. If you actually use Surf across here, you can find a Light Clay. Now, Light Clay is something that was brought over, introduced in this generation, and what Light Clay does is allows the effects of light screen and reflect to be constantly boosted, or to be used longer, I believe up to 8 turns. There's also variations of the light clay with similar weather effects, such as the damp rock, the icy rock, and the smooth rock, I believe. Those are the 3 that you can get. And did we just make a shortcut? I think we did. Wow, we did. But I believe there's one more item we want to get. Did my phone vibrate? I don't know. It could be something else. So anyways, let's smash this rock over here. And I believe we can get this item over here. So I kind of want to get as many items as I can for this one. Oh, we need strength. That makes sense. I believe we may have to push it like once or twice. I'm not sure. Let me try it once. Not pressing the A button. Is that enough? Is that the item? We could just go around the rock. No joke, cursor obvious. Oh, here we have a soft sand which boosts the power of ground type moves by 1.5. Same thing as the magnet, same thing as the dragon fang, which I get to Altaria this episode. Believe it or not, because Dragon Breath, as you might have saw earlier in the episode, didn't really do quite so much work as I thought it actually would. So, wait, am I going the right way? Alright, is this... Oh, that's stairways. I want to explore this place a little bit more before we move on. I believe this... Yeah, this is right here. Right up here, you can find a revive. So, if you want a revive for free without buying one, there's one right there. And do I need Rock Smash? Actually, I could just go over this rock. Why did I need to use Rock Smash on a pointless rock that you could just walk over? I'm gonna get this foggy, and I'm doing this completely fog-like. Actually, if you smash rocks here, you can find percentages of finding Geodudes and Gravelers. I believe in Emerald, if you Rock Smash, you can also find a Shuckle in the Safari Zone, which I really wish we would have continued. And there's a full restore we could have used during that crappy battle with Perugly. Like, really? I don't think I'm coming here first. So, I believe once we head over to the area where we're supposed to... is there an item to get? I don't believe there is. But up here, we can find... Thank you, Repel. Thank you. Right, like right in the middle of my sentence. Right here we can find yet another one of these caves right here. Now, these caves have specific purposes. If you remember, there was one of these in Iron Island. But in here we can find a Never Melt Ice, and the one in Iron Island, we can find a Metal Coat. Now, Never Melt Ice, again, Metal Coat, basically there's different boost moves. So, do I want to cover... I think I'm going to cover this in the next episode because there is a lot of stuff we can do. But before I end it off, I just want to go ahead and quickly grab this item right here. So I believe we can't use the bike in the snow. How do we get that item exactly? Oh, here's an item right here. As you can see, the snow can get deeper and deeper. So I believe, is there anything else? But I think the game will allow you to use your bike in here. Oh god, is there another item? Is that why there's a trainer here? But let me show you these new trainers over here. I believe these are the ace trainers of the snowy area. So I actually kind of like the fact that they brought the snowy area. That made it look cooler in Pokemon games because, you know, we're getting sick and tired of just seeing grass all the time. You know, we need to explore other areas besides sand and snow. Oh, by the way, if you're in snowy areas, it's always going to hail. Oh, what did I send out? What did I send out? What did I have to talk about up front? Oh well. My logic, not yours. What was I saying? Oh yes, every time you're in snow, it's always going to hail. It's always going to be like this until, you know, you bring out another weather. Or you eliminate that weather. But I'm surprised this Golduck doesn't have Cloud9. Like, that would make more sense, you know. Get a Golduck with Cloud9 to appear here. Actually, recently I heard about Slowflake's rant about Cloud9 and how it should just eliminate weather effects. I completely agree because, yeah, Cloud9 is decent as it is already. Like, it can eliminate hail damage and stuff like that. I mean, there's negatives to that too. Then again, there's negatives to everything. But I completely agree that it needs to eliminate weather effects perfectly. Who's the Pokemon against? Oh, what am I talking about? Mumble. So I believe after this battle, and I'm pretty sure there's an item up there. I think, well, unless it's just a bridge, which I can do the bridges easily. This is also the only region, I should remind you, that this introduces... Wait, Johto region introduced skiers. Never mind, skiers and snowboarders were introduced in 2nd gen. Never mind, but these, I think, are the only ones that implemented as well as 2nd gen, as well as the remakes of the 2nd gen games. Wait, does she have another Pokemon? Really? I thought she had 2. Oh well, Sudowoodo, you can... Mumble, you can kill Sudowoodo. I don't care if you go to level 40. You'll be the first one, actually. But getting back to the snow thing, I'm really glad they implemented snow because, you know, seeing just grass, water, some sand, and some mountains can get really boring. So I'm kind of glad they actually shook it up a little bit and added the snow, which is really nice. Oh, Maria, Ave Maria. I'm gonna make that reference every time there's a person by the name of Maria because that makes so much sense. Oh, there's an island, there's a bridge. But do I want to do that? I guess I got plenty of time. Why not do this last one over here? Wait, or is that just a shortcut? That's a shortcut, so I think I am going to end it off here. Oh, you need rock climb to get over there. Crud. I'm going to end off on this part of the snow here, and in the next episode, we'll be exploring the rest of this route. So until then, you guys, peace out!